everybody, welcome to my channel. My name's Brianna. I don't exactly know what my channel is for yet, but so far it's been Twitch related, so thanks for tuning in. I guess I mainly do Twitch related content, but also other stuff too. I have other stuff in the works. Video game content, I guess? I don't know. But what I wanted to share today is how to become a Twitch affiliate, if you're working towards that, if that's your goal. And I am by no means an expert on Twitch. I am still learning. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. For those of you that watch my streams, you know that. You know that in pretty much every stream, I'm like, wait, how do I do this? And then I have to exile the game really quick to like change something, and people in my chat have to let me know how to change things, or people in my chat let me know like, hey, you know, this is wrong. You might want to change that. I'm like, oh, okay, sorry, hold on. So I am by no means an expert on Twitch, but somehow, by some miracle, I did become a Twitch affiliate in under 2 weeks, which is insane. I was not planning on that at all. When I saw the requirements to become an affiliate, I was like, oh, no way. Like, that's not happening. And then it did. So I thought I would share some of what I did to accomplish that, and hopefully it helps you. And I guess I will also say that I don't have a big following on social media. And actually for my Twitch channel, I made an entirely new Instagram account and TikTok account. So this is also basically starting from scratch. On my personal Instagram account, which isn't even really my personal one, it was a business that I used to do, kind of still do, selling crystals. So that is a platform that has the most followers for me, but I didn't really post on there because it's not like crystal related. So I just didn't think it would do that well on there. That's not why people follow that page. So I made a whole new Instagram for video game content and a new TikTok for video game content. And I don't have a Twitter. I have this very small YouTube channel. Yeah, I figured we can go through each of the requirements to become a Twitch affiliate. And I did have those requirements in my head. It's not like I was completely lost and was like, I don't know anything. And no, I did have those requirements in my head and was reaching for them, but I didn't have the expectation that it was gonna happen. And it did. So that's exciting. So I thought we would go through each of the requirements, and I'll kind of share what I did, and hopefully that helps you. So let me pull it up. Twitch. I'm just gonna pull up, after every stream, you get a stream summary, and it actually shows you how close you are to that requirement, which is super helpful. So I guess that's the first thing. I check those. So the first requirement is to get 50 followers on your Twitch channel page. And so that's the requirement that I focused on the most, because on social media I was basically starting from scratch. So I don't know who's gonna follow me. Nobody knows that my channel is even there. Like, that's the first step, right? Is to get traffic to your channel. So with Instagram and TikTok, social media in general, it is very important to engage with people and be genuine. So with Instagram, my Instagram page doesn't have a lot of followers, but I do know a little bit about it from my business. And the way that I've gotten the most traffic to my page and have gotten followers, sales, and because my last business was more sales focused, and networking, meeting other people, was engaging with other people. So you can search a hashtag pink PC gaming setup, because that's kind of a niche category, and go to top and then recents, and you can go through and like every single post. That's one way, but you have to think, how do you use social media? When somebody likes your post that you don't know, do you click on their page? Sometimes not. So what I find best is to actually engage with people, find pages that I like, comment on their pictures, follow them, have a conversation with them. You can comment a compliment or ask a question and be genuine about it. Like, don't be spammy, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. And by that I mean, if somebody has like I look up, the hashtag I look up is pink PC setup, because that's what I like and I want to find inspiration. So when I do that and I'm like, oh, what's that cool thing on your desk? I'll ask, hey, what's that cool thing on your desk? Where'd you get it? And start a conversation, and then maybe follow them and they'll follow you back, and keep in touch with them. And I know that seems like a lot of work, and it is, but it's worth it. And I was saying this on my Twitch stream today, that my stream had to be cut a little bit shorter today because a lot of the work that I do for my channel is outside of the stream. So it is a lot of work, and I'm not going to say that it isn't. But talk to people, engage with them, be genuine about it. Don't be spammy. Nobody really likes that, like, follow me and I'll follow you back, or like, I don't know. You have to be genuine. You have to really want to get to know people. And I guess I did that because my Twitch goal is not to make money. I mean, that would be freaking sweet if I could. But my goal was to meet other video gamers and people that like the same video games that I do. And then, meet other people that like the same things that you do. So that was my goal, was to, create a community, meet people that have similar interests. So that's the first step with social media, I think, is to engage with people. But also something that is equally as important is make sure you have good content. So you want to have a page that people like to look at and don't mind popping up in their feed. I'm very careful about what my grid looks like. I want it to look fantastic, and because that's like the first thing you see when you click on somebody's Instagram is their grid. And so I like to pick a color scheme and post things within that color scheme. Not all within that color scheme, but I like a very pink lavender vibe. So I post things that are similar to that. So, make your page look good, create content that people want to see. You want your content to be uniform and have a similar theme, and it doesn't have to stick within that one thing, like video games. That's a huge industry. That's not a niche. I don't think that's a niche. What is more of a niche subject is horror video games, first-person shooter games, like getting a little bit more specific, or things that are related to the theme that you've chosen. So, sticking within your niche, sticking within a certain theme, and posting stuff that is related, and posting about you. People want to get to know the person that is posting. And I mean, especially with Twitch. I'm terrible at video games. And I always apologize in my stream, like, I'm so sorry that I've been stuck in this room for the past hour. And everyone in my chat goes, we're not here for the game, we're here for you. And so people are on Twitch because they want to get to know, I mean, at least from what I've seen, people want to get to know the person, as well as video games, as well as watching the game. But they want to see you, and they want to get to know you, which is amazing. Like, that's so cool. I'm like, you want to get to know me? Really? But that works in Instagram too. Among a lot of businesses that I've seen, selfies end up getting the most likes, which is funny, but I mean, I like other people's selfies too, because I'm like, I like you, and not just your business or the other content the other content that you're posting about. I like you as a person, and people want to support the person. Does that make sense? So post about yourself, and you know, keep safety in mind. You can post like your age and city, but you know, don't get too specific. But you know, post about you and what you like and what you're going through. People want to relate to other people. But on the other hand, don't make it just selfies. I mean, you can if you want. It's your freaking page. You can do whatever you want. I'm just saying what's worked for me is doing a little bit of a mix of video game content and about me. I don't know. TikTok is a surprisingly really, really, really good tool. And I know it's a little bit harder because videos are, you know, a little harder to produce than a picture. So my TikTok is also video game related, not just Twitch, but you know, I play on other consoles as well. There's a store in Seattle I really liked, so I posted that on TikTok. In TikTok, you know, you want to be funny, you want to be creative. So it's a little bit harder to think of what to post all the time, but there is a really quality Twitch streamer community on TikTok. I want to say that's where most of my followers came from, was TikTok. And I use the hashtags, #Twitch, #Twitch streamer. Those are very big hashtags. So how I like to use hashtags is I like to use a couple of the massive hashtags, and then you want to get to the hashtags that have more of a niche kind of thing, less, you know, when you do a hashtag that has 64 billion other posts, you're probably gonna get buried. So you want to do something that has more in the 100,000 range. With TikTok, it's a little different than Instagram. Instagram, I like to look for hashtags that have 10,000 other posts. You don't want to get buried. If you do hashtag happy, you're gonna get buried. Nobody's gonna see it. On TikTok, it's a little different. The hashtags are a little bigger that I use. So I also like to use hashtag small streamer community, girl gamer, or gamer girl. Not sure how I feel about that term completely, but that's another conversation. But whatever, gamer girl works well. Think about things that people search for. Think about things that you search for. When I search for a hashtag on TikTok, I search things, again, pink PC setup. I'm looking for inspiration. Kawaii setup. 02, because I like 02. You know, like, think about the things that you search for and then use those, because more than likely, you know, you guys obviously have a similar interest since you're looking up the same hashtag. So I like to use a couple big hashtags and then smaller ones as well. And then also the song you choose is super important. And I want to say, I'm not a TikTok expert, but from what I've seen on TikTok tips and what has worked for me is using a fairly popular song. Even if you are posting a video that is just you talking, pick a popular song and put that volume to 0, because it'll show up on people's pages. I had to move spots because my camera died on me, but anyway, so yeah. Getting up to 50 followers on Twitch, you need traffic to your channel, so you utilize other platforms and you get traffic to those channels by engaging with other people. And then once somebody has clicked on your channel or your other social media platforms, just make sure you have good quality content that looks good. That's like social media 101. Getting traffic to your page, making sure your page looks good. Okay, the other 2 requirements are pretty self-explanatory, and they're the only 2 that are 100% in your control. Is streaming for 8 hours and having 7 unique stream days. Sometimes my stream summary says 500 minutes, and sometimes it says 8 hours, which is only a 20-minute difference. I don't know what it actually is. Just shoot for 500 minutes, I guess. And then 7 unique stream days, so you need to stream on 7 different days. Like 2 streams within the same day won't count. The only thing I'll have to say about that one is if you're extremely busy like me, I work, a lot of overtime and stuff because I work in a hospital and crazy times. I was a little bit worried about the 7 unique stream dates and the 8 hours. The 8 hours is pretty easy. Each one of my streams is like 2 to 3 hours, so that one's pretty easy, but I was a little bit worried about that one. But you don't need to stream just video games. You can stream whatever you want. So one day I wanted to take apart my Game Boy Color to spray paint it. I've wanted to do that for a couple months now. And I was like, you know what? Why don't I do a stream about it? Or like do it while I'm streaming. So, I went into the just chatting category and took apart my Game Boy while I talked to people. So certain things, if you're gonna do them anyway, might as well stream about it. I don't know. And then the last one, you need your average viewers to be at least 3. And that one is a tricky one. That is the one that I've heard other people have a hard time getting to. So that one and the 50 followers, those are the hardest requirements to meet. And with that one, I would say always stream like there's a bunch of people watching. So when you start out your stream, you'll probably have 0 because you just click the button. And then you get 1, and then you get 2, and then the chat starts to go, and then your viewer count goes up. You never know, and you can't predict when somebody is going to click on your stream. So you want it to be consistently entertaining from beginning to end, because people can click on it at any point in your stream. And that's when Discord is a very good tool, because you can let your current followers know, hey, I'm going live right now. Or they'll get an alert that you're going live. So Discord is a very good tool for that. You can also post on Instagram, hey, I'm going live at this time. You can post on TikTok about your streaming schedule. I tried to go live on TikTok, but I don't have enough followers yet. But if you can go live on a social media platform, do that. So I wanted to go live on TikTok and show myself getting ready, like, hey, I'm going live in a little bit, like, get ready with me, and then let's all migrate over to the stream. So if you can go live on your social media, I would definitely do that. Let people know that you're going to go live. Let people know 2 or a day in advance, like, that you're going live at this time, so that way they're prepared for it, and that they are free when you go live. And then make sure you're entertaining the whole way through and engaging with your chat, asking your viewers questions, reading the chat, responding to the chat. Get a conversation going so that way you don't have a bunch of dead space, because I just streamed a game that had not too much going on, so you have to fill that time by talking, which is why my voice is a little more shot today, and I actually had to end my stream early because I was losing my voice earlier than usual. I was like, I'm sorry, I can't talk anymore, because in this game in particular there was just a lot of walking around, and I was like, I don't want there to be dead air with me just walking around. Like, I wanted to make that still entertaining, which was a little more difficult. And that's where I guess I would segue into the game choice. So, I mean, I don't have experience streaming huge games like Cyberpunk or Apex Legends. Like, these are huge games, and I don't play them. But also, if you choose to stream a game that is that big, you might get buried. There's a bunch of people streaming those games at once, so your channel will maybe get pushed down to the bottom. I'm not sure how the algorithm works, but I'm assuming when there's a bunch of people streaming a game, it's gonna be harder for people to find you. So I would say to pick a game that has a decent following, but not so much to where there's thousands of people streaming that game at the same time. So the game I started out with was Resident Evil 2 because, you know, Resident Evil I'm a fan of, I enjoy playing, but also it has a decent following, but not so much to where no one's gonna, like, people are not going to not find my channel. Does that make sense? It's not gonna get buried. I don't know another way to word it. I don't think. So, you know, look at the games that you have, the games that you enjoy, follow them on Twitch, see how many people are streaming that game at the same time, see how many followers that game has. Like, there's another game I really want to play called Crystar. It looks super cute, super awesome. I love the art style. It's an action RPG. It looks amazing. Not a lot of people following that game on Twitch, so I might not choose that for a stream. I might eventually because it just seems fun, but the game choice I think is very important. So a game that has a following but not so much to where you're going to get buried. So that way people can actually find your stream. And that's how I find streamers too. I search a game that I like. The games I like are a little more niche. I don't even know if I'm saying it right. Are a little more niche, so there's not a ton of people live on those games at the same time. Maybe like 4 or 5. So, you know, I click through them and see who I like, and there's not a lot to click through. So that's how I found streamers that I like, because we obviously have something in common that not a whole lot of people do. I don't know. So yeah, stream like everybody's watching. Talk, engage in your chat, make it entertaining. And the way I feel Dead Space is just what you would think while you're playing a video game, just say it out loud. And that's worked for me. Like, oh, what's over here? What's that? Oh, that's super cool. Filling it with little tidbits or like what you would normally be thinking while you're playing a game as if you were by yourself. And then, you know, sometimes I just go do 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 do. Just like not being like silent. Don't be silent. People are watching to be entertained. And if you are just silent the whole time, it's like not that entertaining. And yeah, the more followers you have, the more viewers you will most likely have. I feel like that correlates. So I personally focus on followers because when people are following me, they'll get a notification when I'm live and they'll hopefully choose to watch. Well, I don't know how it is on iPhone. I have an Android. And for Android at least, every time somebody I'm following goes live, I get a notification. So that's pretty cool. I'm like, as a fellow streamer, I'm stoked that other people get a notification when I'm online. So I focus on followers. Average viewers is very important if you are trying to get to the next step, which is Twitch partner, which you need an average of 75 viewers, which is a lot. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to get there or if that's my goal, but average viewers can be very tricky. So when people click on your stream, you don't want them to click away. You don't want them to close out. You want to keep them there. And it's inevitable. People will click on a stream, be like, it's not really for me, and click away. I do that too. Lots of people do that. Make it engaging so people stay. And you know, I have followers too that are like, hey, I'm doing something, but I have a tab up with your stream up. As fellow support, that's completely fine. As a fellow viewer, I think it's important to let people know that you're doing that because they might try to engage with you, and if you're not paying attention, not responding, it's like kind of embarrassing. So when I'm watching another stream, I'll let people know like, hey, I'm at work, I might be in and out, but I'm here, you know? So average viewers is important. Your average viewers needs to be 3. It's a little trickier when you're starting from scratch, but you will get there. As long as you are being yourself, you're engaging with people, you're making friends, you're building a community, you will get there. I have no doubt. And it might take a little longer, it might take a little shorter. I feel like I got really lucky. I don't know. I think luck had a huge part to play in it. But I will say I do a lot of work to get there outside of the streams. But I do think it was a little bit luck. But you know, do your research, see what other successful people are doing, and watch other streams. If you're just starting out and haven't streamed before, I recommend, you know, watching other streams, seeing what you like about them, thinking about you as a viewer, what goes through your mind. What do you like to see? Because it's probably what other people like to see too. So yeah, I hope that helps. Again, I'm not a Twitch expert by any means. Don't really know what I'm doing. That being said, I use that. I'm not that great at video games, so when I'm playing a video game, I'm like, oh my god, I'm terrible. And that's fairly entertaining. It's funny. It's funny to watch people die a lot and get frustrated. I don't know, so whatever you can do to, you know, amp yourself up, make yourself more entertaining, do that. If you're not good at video games, that's completely fine. People aren't watching for the gameplay itself, they're watching for you. So be yourself, be entertaining, and have fun. Just have fun with it. I don't know. I hope that helps. Go ahead and post your streams, your channel names, your usernames below in the comments. I'll check you guys out. Other people hopefully will check you out too. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have any feedback, let me know. What have you done to help your stream? Everybody's different. This is what worked for me. Might work for you, might not work for you. What have you done that helps? Let's get a conversation going. And you can join my Discord, and maybe I'll add a channel like Twitch tips. Yeah, thank you for watching. I hope this helps. Bye.